XXL finally released their 2021 freshman class list, and honestly, it's a lot worse than I expected it to be. 2 years ago was pretty bad, last year was bad as well, this year is honestly just even worse. There are a couple of good artists on there, but overall I'm really not rocking with the whole thing altogether. But once again, what would I have expected? I mean, it's XXL, they're going downhill. Now, immediately after finding out about this, the first thing I did was, well, I went to Twitter. Because I knew for a fact that everybody and their mom would be on Twitter just dogging this list, talking shit on every rapper that's listed here. Maybe being like, oh, he's valid, she's valid type of thing. But overall being like, yeah, all these artists suck, here's what the list should have been type of thing. So let's take a look at this list. We can kind of go over just really how bad it is overall, and if any of these artists I personally think actually should be on this list, or if I think that they just shouldn't be at all. Right, so on this list, we got 42 Dugg, Ian Dior, Coi Leray, Pooh Shiesty, Flo Milli, Moray, Ruby Rose, Blast, Tuzi, Lakea, and DDG. Now, 42 Dugg, moderately valid. I haven't listened to much of his music, but I recognize he's got some sort of talent behind him. But does he necessarily deserve a spot on this list? If it were 2016, I would have said definitely no, but at this point, we know that it's going to be bad no matter what. Next, there was Ian Dior. Ian Dior, biggest industry plant we've had in a really long time. I fuck with his music sometimes, and I'm in the mood for it. I might rock with a few of his songs and whatnot, but overall, he's just too much of an industry plant to be on a list like this. And frankly, I feel like he's too big of an artist. I know that sounds really weird probably, but he's at a point where he's been in the game long enough, not really, really long, but long enough, and has grown just enough to the point where it doesn't really make sense for him to be on this list anymore. We also have Coi Leray, who I haven't really listened to other than a couple TikTok sounds, but I don't know if that's valid or not. Don't really have an opinion on that. As of now, I'm gonna think no. Pooh Shiesty's alright. Now, is he the best in the game right now? Definitely not. But I mean, alright. I guess Pooh Shiesty's on there. Flo Milli, I mean, sure. She has that one song with Snot that was bomb as fuck, but other than that, I don't really know. Moray is a phenomenal artist. Moray deserves it. His voice is incredible. I've made a video on Moray. Fantastic artist. If anybody on this list deserves it, I think it's him. Ruby Rose, that's not valid. Blast, I've literally never heard of Blast before. Tuzi I can understand. Tuzi's got some talent. Got a couple good songs. Telly, probably his best song by far. Rest of it's alright, but I mean, sure. Lakea, once again, I don't really know who that is. DDG's good. They're better artists, but I mean, for this list, DDG and I guess Moray are the only two that I think should really, really be on this list. 42 Dugg and Tuzi, maybe. Pooh Shiesty, maybe. But other than that, it's kind of like, what the hell is this list, man? But like I said, I went onto Twitter because, you know, of course, that's where you're gonna go when you find out news like this. And frankly, the comments on XXL's Twitter posts are just some of the best I've seen so far. The top one, of course, is just kind of going over how every year's gotten worse since 2016, which we can all agree on. 2016 had some insane ciphers. Some of the best artists were on that list. But it's just been a steady decline since. Somebody said should have been So Fuego, Lil Tecca, Coi Leray, Pooh Shiesty, Sleepy Hollow, Chef G, DC the Dong, Youngboy, Lil Durk, Pasto, Flocka. Well, so here's my thing with that. Lil Tecca, I feel like he's been in the game for too long almost. If he were to get it, he should have gotten it like last year. Sleepy Hollow and Chef G, 100%. Both of them are phenomenal artists. Fuck with both their music heavy. DC the Don should get it next year once he gets a little bit bigger. Someone said it's garbage. Flo Milli, Tuzi, and DDG deserve to be on there. That's valid. People are saying this may be the worst class of all time. Bunch of people are saying, where's Youngboy? Dude, Youngboy shouldn't be on this. He's too big of an artist in my opinion. Youngboy's been making music for too long at this point to be on a list like this. If he were to be on, he should have been on a previous year. Someone said they forgot Corpse. I mean, Corpse would have been fun to be on this list. Someone said where's Snot, So Fuego, Kobe, etc. Snot should have been on it, but he declined. I think Snot was like, you know what, man, XXL gets dogged on every year. I don't want to be a part of that. It's probably what went through his head. Somebody was saying Kachis. Maybe. Kachis has a few good songs. I've been liking Kachis recently, but I feel like maybe another year for him to really get his voice down. Maybe that. Yeah, but I mean, ultimately, everybody's pretty much just dogging on this list because for the most part, it's garbage. Couple good artists like we mentioned, but honestly, it's worse than I would have imagined. I had high hopes, not really, but I was hoping we get at least a few more just really good artists. We should have had guys like Chef G on here or something. No, that would have made this just a little bit more enjoyable. Maybe a little bit more drill on here or something would have made that a little bit more fun. The list kind of sucks. I mean, there's a couple decent artists on there, but this list should be for like rising star artists, not for, oh, this artist is like a 6 out of 10. No, this list should be for like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 artists. Why are they putting bad artists on these lists every year? I honestly have a really good feeling that over the next few years, XXL is going to just continue declining and frankly get to a point where literally nobody cares about it anymore. I think the cipher is going to be awful. All these ciphers are going to be terrible. Moray is going to have a great cipher. I know that for a fact. But other than that, it's just kind of going to be played on. Everyone's going to dog on it for sure. But overall, let me know what you think about this list. Now, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any other future videos I post. And if you do make music or just enjoy music, make sure to join my Discord server. And if you did stay till the end of this video, chance to enjoy the rest of the videos that I make. So you should go and click this place probably come on the screen and go and binge some of my content. Well, with all that said, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.